Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. We are doing the review for Foundation for Mystical Healing. Please keep in mind that on March 9th and 10th, we're going to do that class again, but it's going to have the same kit. So it will be a free class for everybody that's already done the class. But we're going to add like a whole nother level to the class. So, um, I would say if you enjoyed the class, uh, the one in March is going to be, the next step. So we're going to be doing that with a few of the classes where we do a class, but we'll kind of progressively do more with that class as a study group as time goes by or as a review class. So anyway, with that, do you have any questions or want to share experiences? If not, I'm going to jump right into a practice.
Go ahead, Linda.
Hey, Miss Linda.
Hey there. Hi. Nice to see you guys again.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks so much for everything. It was so great seeing you guys in Portland.
It was a blast. We look forward to another time of it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So, a couple of questions have come up now for me as I'm practicing with this over the last couple days. First of all, when I'm getting ready to do a healing for somebody, so whether it's, psychological or physical or whatever, is it beneficial for me to do the practice with one of the colors? And is there a way for me to determine that there's a better color to use for a particular type of healing than another?
Yeah, I would say you could just go through and inhale the colors. You know the materialization breath. I would go through and just do the materialization breath with the colors. I mean, the more that you work the colors, the more that your body's going to be generating these different kind of colored pranas. And so you'll be able to draw them up no matter what. So it's not so much that you're like filling your tank, you keep increasing your ability to project it. At first, like green, for example, the throat produces the green, it takes energy, breaks it down, and produces green. But if you do this practice for a while, kind of your whole body starts producing green. When like green will just be circulating. And so you can do it right before healing, but if you do it on a regular basis, it doesn't really have to be done exactly before the healing. If you do it on a little bit of a regular basis, you could actually grab like the sacred blue or the white light and just do the materialization breath a few times and call it good to go and jump in.
Okay. So it's not necessarily that it will enhance the energy for the person I'm working on.
It will, but it doesn't have to be right before the healing. Like if you're
Okay.
doing this like once or twice a week,
Yeah.
doing it right before the healing isn't going to be any better than doing it 2 or 3 days prior.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
like if you do it like, okay, this is my Monday practice.
Right.
Like every time you do that, every time you do a healing, it's gonna be able to generate a more penetrating color than before, a more dynamic color. So I would say
Okay.
just do it on a regular basis. And if you have like some special healing that you're wanting to do, you could do a little work, prior, but it's constantly going to be upgrading your system.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. The other question then is about the armor of God.
Yes.
And can we do that for somebody else? Can we
Yes.
project the colors for them as a part of a process for somebody
So are you talking about with the oils or are you talking about with energy?
with energy?
So with energy, you would go to the chakra that generates that color. Like if it's orange, you're going to the basic. If it's green or blue, you're going to the throat. If it's red, you're going to the basic, right?
Right.
And gold, you could actually do either the heart or the crown. But what you would do is you would project the color into that center. Like, so say you're wanting to project gold, right? Or, do the armor of God and you're doing the sections of gold,
Right.
right? So you would be projecting, let's say, into the crown, like gold. And then you would just keep your awareness on their front heart, their back heart, it's actually more the chest, not the chakra. So the chest, the upper back, the mid back, and the sides of the ribs.
Mhm.
And then like when you're ready to do green, like on the arms and legs, you would do green in the throat. You would visualize their legs. You know how like you're doing in the beginning of the advanced class where you fill them up front and back with green. And so you
Yeah.
put your awareness on different areas to put the green into the different areas before sweeping.
Yeah.
You're doing that, but with a chakra.
Ah, okay. All
Yeah,
right. So
does
you
that
do
make
put it
sense?
into the chakra first,
Right,
and
you're
then
putting into
you
the
can
chakra, like
visualize-
say, like actually I just did that on the star too.
Right, yeah.
Like, okay, I'm putting blue into the abdominal area, so I'd be projecting blue through the throat, but my awareness is on their abdominal area, and that
Okay.
will generate the blue in that area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Because the thing that's good about that is you're projecting it to create that armor, right? But you're also, by doing it that way, you're stimulating their production of that color, which means it will sustain it for a longer period of time. Like
Understood.
if you just put blue on the abdomen, it will be good there, but eventually it gets used up or it gets dissipated or, things move on. You go through the throat and you're stimulating the blue, but your awareness is on that abdominal area. You're getting blue there, but the body will keep generating the blue even after you're done.
Got it. Okay, that makes so much sense. Very
Yeah,
clear. Thank you.
good, good. And again, thank you so much.
Anytime,
Yeah,
literally,
you guys were
anytime.
great. Thank you.
And just so you know, guys, just class-specific
Yeah.
questions, for the study group, feel free to email us for previous classes, for STAR sessions, things like that.
I think everybody's ready for a session, right?
Oh, go ahead, Barbara.
Hey, Miss Barbara,
Hey there.
how are you?
Well, better now.
Oh, good, good.
2 mornings in a row, I've woken up with tremendous pressure in my head, and I don't know if it's related to the class. I'm guessing it is, but
Okay. Like I looked at you a little tiny bit last night, but over the next day or two, I'll be able to spend a little bit more time, like
okay,
trying to figure that out. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well, you've
I
had
just,
that going on for like, what's that been, like about 6 weeks now, yeah?
I, yeah, I
Weeks,
guess.
6 weeks. It's been at least a month or so.
I guess my question just, should I alter the practice for this class at all, or just go with it?
No,
And
I would still go full throttle.
okay, okay,
Uh,
thanks.
yeah, it makes me wonder if that it's not like maybe there's like a deeper like loosening up and expelling that's happening in the Ming Men or in the basic. Like because that area we clean it up, we do whatever, but sometimes it's energy moving up, hitting that spot, and not necessarily the spot itself. So that's what I suspect is there's a little something else going.
That makes sense. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be cords to the head,
Well, I've cut cords on you like during class when you've mentioned it, but
but
I don't
to
know
the
that
head.
cords, yeah, are causing it. I think it like aggravates it, but I don't know that it's causing it.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. I'll try to do some tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's give a.
Hey, so at the beginning of the week with Clinical Corner, we put in not just the thing that we did at the end of class on Sunday with the armor of God, and but we also did things with just protecting physically and emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So we're going to actually put the two together. We're going to do kind of like the basic shielding and then the armor of God shielding, right? And we're going to do it all with the stuff out of your kit, right? So with that, I'm going to have you pull out your orange healer. right? Your orange healer. Okay, and so let's do this. Rub your hands together and just kind of gently push out and see the density of your aura. How dense is your energy body? Okay. All right. So you have your orange healer. Your awareness is on the left side of your body, left side of your face and neck, your shoulder, your ribs, your hip, down your leg, and your ankle. You're inhaling the orange. Okay, let that go. And now down the front of your body, your face, your throat, your chest, abdomen, pelvis, down your legs to the top of your feet. And again, you're inhaling orange. You're good. And then let that go. And then the right side of your body. Right side of your face, neck, shoulder, ribs, all the way down to your ankle. And then let that go. And now the back side of your body, back of your head and neck, your upper back, mid back, low back, your hips, down the backs of your legs. And then just pause and be still. Pause and be still. Now, take your hands and go like this. See how dense your energy body is now, like the aura. Yeah. Yeah. Like the energy body starts getting much stronger just even at this phase. But now we're going to do the emotional level. So you're going to pull out your gold healer. your gold healer. Your left side of your body, left side of your face and shoulder, your ribs, down the side of your leg, all the way to your ankle. Long, slow, deep breath. Move your awareness down the front of your body, your face, your throat, your chest, abdomen, down the front of your legs, your pelvis. And just let go for a moment. The right side of your body, right side of your face, neck, shoulder, ribs, all the way down to your ankles. The right side or the left side? Right side. Yeah. So go to the back side of your body, down the back of the head, neck, your back, your hips, down the back of your legs. And then pause and be still. Notice how you feel, your body, your emotions, your mind. You check in with situations that are a little bit agitating, either now or in your past. Notice how you feel now as you check in with them. So now you're going to do the mental aspect. So you're going to pull out your violet healer. With your violet healer, your awareness is on the whole left side of your body. Face, neck, your left shoulder, your ribs, your hip, all the way down to your ankle. Your awareness is down the front of your body, your face, your throat, your chest, abdomen, pelvis, down your legs. And just be still. The right side of your body, inhaling with your awareness on the right side of your body. And then just be still. That was the Your awareness is on the back side of your body, the back of your head and neck, your back, your hips, down the legs, all the way to the heels. And then just be still. Now let's do the spiritual shield. Left side of your body with the sacred blue. You're pulling out the sacred blue. Whole left side of your body. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Down the front side of your body, your face, throat, chest, abdomen, pelvis, legs. Right side of your body, side of your head, shoulder, ribs, the right hip, the outer leg, all the way down to the ankle. And the back of your body, back of your head and neck, your back, your low back, your hips, the backs of your legs, all the way down to your heels. And just be still. Just let go. Now hold your hands up and push out. Let's see just how dense your aura and energy body are. And what do you notice mentally, emotionally? You feel calmer, you feel quieter. If you think of situations that are a bit more agitating, what do you notice? A lot of times, at least for me, like I'll look at the situation and usually there's like all the details start popping in your head. Like I look at the situation and my mind is kind of quiet when I look at the situation. Like I'm just able to be observant, but it's not like all the little details and all the little like, oh, and this happened and that happened and oh, what about this? None of that really presents itself, right? So we want to take this deeper and we want to do the component that has to do with building the energetic armor, right? So with that, you're going to pull out of your kit your green healer. And with the green healer, your awareness is on your feet. And you're taking a few long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your feet. And then move your awareness to the whole legs. So from your hips down to the bottom of your feet. And now move to your arms. Your awareness is on the arms from your shoulders and your armpits down to your fingertips. Long, slow, deep breaths. And just be still. Pull out your orange healer. Your awareness is going to be on your pelvis and your hips, but also your low abdomen and your low back. So pelvis, hips, all the way up to your navel and the backside of your navel on the backside of your body. The low back and the low abdomen. Long, slow, deep breaths. You're still taking long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on your pelvis, your hips, your low back, and your lower abdomen. Okay. Let that go. And you're pulling out your blue healer. Your blue healer. Your awareness is on the abdominal area from the bottom of your ribs all the way down to your navel. Just in the abdominal area. On the front side. Long, slow, deep breaths. We didn't, but okay. Now let that go. And now you're going to pull out the gold. So first, let's do your chest and your upper back area. Your chest and your upper back. You're inhaling the gold healer with your awareness on the chest and the upper back. Really. Let that go. You're going to do the mid back and the sides of your ribs. So from the armpit down, you're covering the whole rib cage on the sides and your mid back area. And then let that go. Pull out your violet healer. Your awareness is on the tops of your shoulders, like from your neck over to the outside of your shoulder, just the whole upper shoulder area. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Now move your awareness to the neck, the front, the sides, the back of the neck. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the neck. Hmm? Now, pull out your sacred blue. Your awareness is on your head, your jaws, your face, the back of your head, top of your head, your ears, everything, your whole head. Okay, so now let's pull out your red healer. Take your left finger, plug your left side of your nose, inhale a few times with the red healer on the right nostril. And then take your right finger, press your right nostril, and inhale with the left nostril. And then just be still. Notice how you feel. Like if you push out right now from your body, it's feeling pretty dense. Yeah. Think of either an active situation or something from the past that would be a little bit agitating to you. Now, let's throw something in the mix. They had etheric chords in this class, right?
Yes.
So pull out your etheric chords in those situations, be it past or present. Think of it. Your awareness is on it as you inhale the etheric chords. Anything that comes to your mind, just keep your awareness on it as you inhale the chords. It's making you feel. Yeah. And now you're not. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes when you're shielding up, you have to keep in mind that we're impacted by more of these external things than we realize. And so sometimes when we're shielded up, we kind of cut off that connection, and it can bring things to the surface a little bit, because you've cut off that interaction. And so if something arises where if you start to feel a little agitated or if some emotions come up, the thing to do is go to the etheric chords and clean up with the etheric chords. You're doing very strong shielding, and so your aura is becoming very reflective, and so a lot of times we're impacted by these connections, but we don't really realize it. And so when we cut things off, things come to the surface because they're trying to reconnect to that connection, but it's going to have to leave your field, right? So sometimes some things can begin to expel a little bit. And so with that, you go through and just keep inhaling the etheric chords for a few minutes. It will flush out everything that potentially is coming out, and it even takes your level of protection or that protective quality of your aura to an even deeper level. Yeah. Samantha said, good. So with that, share experiences or ask questions about the process.
Go ahead, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Greg.
Mhm.
Very cool. And I'm still working the chords. When I dig gold,
Mhm.
feel stuff flick off. And then this happened in class too. Like I have now a pain in my wrist, my right wrist, and in my ring finger. And I'm trying to shake it off, but it
Hmm.
feels stuck energy. That's the only thing I can see. It's almost like
Yeah, it could be like I would say, what do you have? Do you have like some terebinth or something?
no, I don't. I don't even have that one.
Okay, how about just some marjoram or petitgrain?
I don't even know. I'm traveling right now. I
Oh,
have
gotcha.
I
How,
have
how about just take the green healer and put a little bit on your forearm and then
okay.
kind of rub it, like kind of rub your thumb into your forearm like that.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Um yeah, it came it's interesting. Um so I'll
Because
do
even
that.
if it's stuck energy, still the physical manipulation will move the energy. But that sounds like a particular tendon in the forearm, especially with it's connected to the ring finger. And
Mhm.
so be it that it's energy or your hand and computer stuff, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Like just throw some of that green healer on it and then just kind of move it back and forth with your like your thumb, like dig in and just kind of relax the muscle and the tissue a little bit.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I had it in class and then
Uh-huh.
I had an adjustment, it went away, and then
Mhm.
just did the golden healer. I mean that
Mhm.
I stuff came up and people came up.
Sure. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was wondering if there's not a cord around there, is there?
It wouldn't be in your hand, but it still could be like to the throat or to the, where it's going to impact that area, but it's probably not to that spot itself.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I throat would be most
Throat or solar plexus, like throat or probably back solar plexus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then that's already helping. That is really sore.
Yeah. It's, because like energy can get stuck on parts of our body and like, we can work it, but sometimes you just get in there and do the old fashioned thing where you rub it a bunch or push on it and it will help release it. And
Yeah.
so, and the green healer is good for that. It will break up the energy, but also, it's got tea tree and eucalyptus, and those are all good for muscle and, spasms and a little bit of pain. I mean, it's not really a pain reliever, but if you didn't have anything else in a pinch, it could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other ones that you recommended, are they just better to
Well, they do different things, and I was just trying to explore to see what you had. The thing with like orange healer and lovage is they're very good for cleaning up tissue. Terebinth is actually a type of pine that it's the wood instead of the needles. And so it
Mhm.
can be very good for fascia and connective tissue issues, and it does help the body. It's like it's not expelling itself, but because of what it does to the fascia, it allows energy to come out.
Okay.
So it's not like sticking a firecracker in, but it's just like, okay, let's open up the doors and windows and let everything fly out. That's terrible.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that would actually be good if I am doing fascia release work.
Yeah. Yeah, the fascia release blend, but just a good straightforward terebinth. It's really inexpensive. You can put tons of it on your body. You can put tons of it in a salt bath. Like I have a bad injury from an accident on my shoulder, and
Mhm.
for the most part, I'm doing fine. But when it starts to flare up, I just bathe it in terebinth, and within a day or two, it goes away.
Oh, that's fantastic news.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. This is already starting to help. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a stuff with
Yeah.
green. Um, just another question,
Mhm.
after class, and maybe just some recommendations. I had energy sticking in the right temple,
Mhm.
and it just kind of felt like I was still trying to hold on to something like the old pattern, like it was having a hard time shifting. Uh,
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like what we were talking about with Barbara a little bit. It
yep.
makes me wonder if try either the green or the orange healer on the Ming Men, that low back area,
Okay.
and see if that doesn't resolve that. I'm starting to think that for a few of you guys that it's the lower center and it's just shooting stuff up and it's like either getting stuck or you're processing something very deep and like sometimes when some of those energies come out from real deep they almost like hurt a little bit like
Yeah.
like when it's an old really bad like trauma or like really deep-seated stress like you just can feel it coming out and if you feel it energetically it almost makes you like your hand hurt and I think that might be what's happening with you guys.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I think,
I'm going to investigate that a little bit more because it seems that a few, not everybody, but a few of you have been having stuff up in the temples. And
yeah.
so,
Yeah, the other part, and I can't remember what part of the governing vessel it is, but that part is in the occiput where it's meaty and then it
yeah,
hits the bone.
yeah.
It was stuck there. So
Yeah,
the,
that's a pretty normal spot to get stuck. That's like when we put vetiver on that area, that's part of what we're doing is we're opening that up so things don't get stuck there.
thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
reminding me. I did
yeah,
bring my paper.
yeah.
So
Perfect.
okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, good. Where are you at?
I'm in Whidbey Island in Washington.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you've been up here, but it's beautiful.
I
It's very
haven't. Yeah. Wow.
it's a it's a different world. It's very peaceful and very calm.
I hear those islands up there are incredible.
Oh, they're magnificent.
Yeah.
It really is a different world. It's so nice up
Yeah.
here. But thanks for asking.
And then go ahead, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
I had an interesting insight, then I wanted
Yes.
to check in on this to see if
Mhm.
I'm perceiving it correctly. You asked us to scan at the beginning from the inside out to see how dense our aura was, right?
Mhm.
And even though we just had done the Astara sessions, I still felt like, not very much density going on here. And anyway, we go through the process and it gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Or
Mhm.
anyway, as we were doing the various pieces and including the armor there, or question arose, it's like, so am I creating shields? But then I thought, no, you're not creating shields in the way you know to create shields.
Right.
It's
Right.
not
Yeah.
from the
You're
outside in, right? It's
right.
from the inside
Yeah.
out. And it's
You're
like,
right on the money. Yeah. You're
okay,
exactly right on the money. You're not building shields, but you're building those aspects in your aura. Like
like protection, like,
you're fortifying your aura because like one of the things that I do sometimes when I'm doing a session on somebody is we'll talk about this and that and whatever, but one of the things I'll look at is how protective is their aura. And it's not even the chakras, it's like the aura, like how fortified is the aura, because it's like if we are looking at anxiety and their aura, it's almost like it's a bit porous. They're like more influenced by their environment than like normal. And then if the energy body is fortified enough, um then it's usually something more internal. Like, oh, they might be processing something or it's quartz, the connection to the different situations. And so, even with all of this, if you're going into a difficult situation, you could still build the physical shields, right? But the goal would be, especially as a healer, even if you build shields, as soon as you start to do the healing, those shields become irrelevant because your energy body is interacting with their energy body, cords go out for you to be able to do the healing. And so the shielding doesn't really protect you. So this idea of fortifying the energy body and the aura, it minimizes contamination, and it minimizes, you know, any sort of projections that might be coming at you, but it also helps you to like disconnect from the people that you've done healings with and you're done, or you know, just going out in public with your energy body being much more expansive. It allows for the expansion to be maintained when you're out in the public. And so it makes your meditations deeper when you come back, but it's like you hold on to what's happening in your meditation or prayer life afterwards. I'd even say relationships where you have like a deeper connection, you shield up like this, and without it, you go out in public, it's just like how it would be with meditation. Like you feel close to a partner or a loved one or something, then you go out and you kind of get pulled away from it a little bit. And then, you know, you have interactions and you get closer again. And then, but when you fortify the energy body, it's just maintained, like it's just there. And so it would even be a thing that could help or benefit relationships.
Mhm. Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a shift in perspective. And also, even when I went to scan, like I was trying to scan from the outside in for the strength and everything. And I was like, I'm not getting anything. But if I scan from the inside out,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I feel it.
Yeah.
That's where I get it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
it's
you almost like if you kind of scan them, sometimes it looks a little bit like a ball, but a lot of times it looks more like an egg. Like you almost are like when you start feeling somebody when they've done this practice a lot, you almost have to go, okay, like past this, because you almost start scanning this like kind of, it just looks like a big giant egg kind of.
yeah, fascinating. Thank you. This
Yeah,
is it's
yeah,
exciting because I feel like
yeah,
I'm starting to build the energy, body, and
yeah.
strength that will be lasting. And I'm so
So
grateful.
we're going to add, like, we're going to be tweaking this and even adding to it as a little bit of time goes by. So like when we do the March like 2.0 version of this, we're going to use it for doing some treatments and changing the state of the body and a little bit more protective practices and things that we didn't even talk about in the class. So like you know, this is kind of almost like a little bit of an appetizer for what's going to come in the 2.0 version of the class.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And then we had someone else share very sore and achy.
Sore and achy, and you weren't sore and achy before the.
Oh, and they said, sorry, temples and low back hurt.
Yeah, but they didn't hurt prior, or did they?
I-
No. Okay. Any other questions or?
But just a reminder, email me if you want the recording, guys.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys.
How do you, sorry, Greg, how do you spell terrapin?
TEREBINTH.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.